My name is Eric Smith, and this is an excerpt from my autobiographical series, My Life in Not So Much a Nutshell, but more of a Melon Rind. This is from the second of those 4 books. In the early hours of July 16, 2013, I was in the back of DJ's car with Ralph and Shran. DJ and his girlfriend KT were in the front. We were on our way to Scranton, Pennsylvania for mine and Ralph's first Warped Tour concert. It happened every year and was sponsored by Vans and Monster Energy. We parked in a lot that was set aside for the music festival. It was quite a ways from the venue, but a bus shuttle would take us to Montage Mountain. When the bus pulled into the ski resort, there was a line of people standing at the gate of a long fence. 10:50, Ralph said, looking at his phone. 10 minutes. At 11 o'clock, the gates opened and we showed our tickets to vendors, who scanned them with handheld scanners. We walked past lots of people in a bunch of tents, each displaying a band's logo or a price list. As we passed the black tent that had a BVB logo, DJ exclaimed, "Black Veil Brides is signing autographs at 2 o'clock. We passed a barricaded area that had umbrella tables arranged inside, with stairs leading into a trailer that looked like a tavern. "That's the monster truck," Shran said, seeing me looking at this. "Free monsters until they run out." "Awesome," Ralph and I said together. We passed by some stages set at strategic intervals. Between 2 tents we found a giant inflatable board. It listed the stages and times where we could hear each band play their set. Black Veil Brides and Ann Arbor play around the same time, I noted. I had come here for those 2 bands specifically. "Can I see that map for a second?" "Yeah," responded DJ. The 2 bands, playing within 15 minutes of each other, were playing on stages that were on opposite sides of the venue. Oh boy. We walked around the rest of the venue, taking mental notes on where some stuff was, having excited conversations about which bands we wanted to see or meet. The first band we seen was at a stage toward the back of the venue, Oh Sleeper. They were pretty decent. The crowd started a mosh pit, and the boys all left KT and I at the sidelines. After a couple of songs, Shran found his way back to us with Ralph's help. Dustin was clutching his nose. "Shran broke his nose," Ralph exclaimed. "Are you okay, man?" "Yeah," Shran responded through his bloody nose. A little while later, it came to be time for Ann Arbor. I entered the covered Toyota Pavilion to find an adequate spot to view from. The band took the stage, and were phenomenal. After 4 songs, I knew I had to get to the BVB concert that was just starting. It took me about 10 minutes to walk to the right stage. I started to hear them before I got there. Andy Six sounded fantastic. I found Ralph fairly quickly in the crowd. He's pretty tall, so he isn't as hard to find as the rest of our group. "You made it," Shran said. A few hours later, as I began to walk around the venue again, I noticed that Hawthorne Heights was in their tent. I immediately stepped into the short line for autographs. A while later, I was standing in line waiting to get 2 copies of autographs for Ann Arbor. I promised Robbie that I would get his hat signed if I could. The band showed up in the tent and posed for a photo op. I heeded. They were great. They happily signed Robbie's hat and my ticket. The festival finished with a really good performance by The Used. KT was more excited than the rest of us. She loved The Used. I thought it was a really fun time. The whole day was great.